Good morning, it's Friday. Friday, the weekend is here. What do you think, Tino? No? No thinking. All right. So today I'm going to show you something I don't think I've ever done before. Trying to think. No, this is a first for me. Let me show you what I'm talking about here out here in the garage. Okay, so it's not about the Porsche 911 like you might think. This is not about the Audi. If you guessed the motorcycle, you're right. But if you notice, there is something missing from the motorcycle. That is the exhaust. The exhaust is gone. Why is the exhaust gone? Because I sold it. So I sold the exhaust not because I didn't like it. I mean, it sounded phenomenal. Zard exhaust was beautiful. It was ceramic, had carbon fiber treatments on it. It was gorgeous. It sounded like an Italian opera, especially going through a tunnel. Oh my God, did that thing sound good. For daily driving, it was fine. It sounded just fine. But I also like to take my motorcycles on trips, just like I'm going to do with the car at the end of the month. I like to go on long trips. I've taken this motorcycle twice, maybe 3 times on like over 1,000-mile road trip for a couple of days. I've never done it since I had the Zard exhaust because it's just too loud for me. It's not too loud. It's actually a little quieter than the Termi exhaust, but it was louder than I wanted it to be. So I'm actually going back to stock. Something I don't think I've ever done on any vehicle before. Yeah, that's hard to say. So what we have over here is the stock exhaust. What I did do is I gave it a ceramic coating because I remember when I had the stock exhaust before, when I took it off and put the Zard on, it had corrosion because it sits on the bottom of the bike. And because of the heat, the metal changes colors, and some is nice, but some of the hardware gets corroded because of that heat. So we just gave it a little treatment, blacked it out. Plus it sits under here, so it's good for it to be black. It's just going to get hit by dirt and rocks and debris and rain and mud and everything else. It's good to kind of protect it a little bit. The heat shields were this heat shield I painted before. They were fading out a little bit, so I just touched them up. Especially this one. This one goes on the side of the exhaust. It was already discolored and kind of funky looking, so I just went ahead and painted it. And we're gonna slap that thing back on there today. Of all the motorcycles I've ridden, most of them, the Kawasaki I had before this, the stock exhaust was terrible. It was super quiet, restrictive as hell, etc., etc. On the Ducati, it's still restrictive, but I gotta admit, the stock exhaust on this motorcycle sounds really, really good. And especially right around 6,000 RPM, it has this beautiful howl. And I think that has to do with the servo valve, the little butterfly in it being open at the right amount, and just a little bit of drone, and the stock exhaust on this motorcycle sounds really, really, really good. Do I regret putting the Zard on there? No, because the Zard sounded phenomenal. Did I get all my money back? Of course not. Come on now. I live in the real world. When you buy things aftermarket and you pay retail price and then you go sell it later, a lot of times you're not going to get your money back. But I'm happy with what I got. Plus, I got the stock exhaust back. So I'm looking forward to putting this back together and then riding this bike and taking it on trips. Because the last time I took this on a trip was probably 2 years ago. I went on a 4-day 1,600 or 1,400 mile road trip. And I'm looking forward to doing stuff like that again. And with this exhaust and with the Olin suspension on there, I can absolutely do that. It's totally doable. So that's what I'm doing today. Slapping on stock exhaust back onto the Ducati motorcycle. It's so weird to say. That's a D-mod, I guess. Yeah, so we're demodding the bike today. Hey, first time for everything. Catch you guys later.